Hello everyone and welcome to our presentation on the Game of Zones project. My name is Andrew Boyan and my teammates are Shane Foley, Dayton Harris, Derek Jones, Waverly Roeger, and Curtis Spence. And our sponsor for this project is CJ Cornell. So what is the Game of Zones project? Well, Game of Zones is a game that tracks users' utility usage data in a friendly competition to conserve as much as possible. Players can set personal goals for themselves and join teams to compete on a larger scale. The goal of the Game of Zones project is to be a fun and friendly way to spread public awareness about conservation and the amount of resources that we use.
So the simplest and most important part of the project is the design. So we wanted to find something that was modular and easy to work with, as well as an easy way to divide our project among our 6 members. And to do this, we chose to use the Model View Controller software architectural pattern. The Model View Controller is nice because it splits a project into 3 main components. The model, which is mostly the server backend, the view, which is the front end, what the user interacts with, and the controller to communicate between the two and use input from the view to make changes to the model. Model View Controller, it tends to be very popular in web development, and that was one of the things that led us to trying it, because we are making a web program, which leads me into the next main part, which is the Bootstrap framework. One goal we wanted to fulfill is we wanted our web page to be able to interact with our web page on multiple platforms, be it mobile or desktop, and Bootstrap accomplishes that for us by providing an abstraction of the front end so that it is easy to develop for all platforms.
While we used many different tools to facilitate our project's development, none was more essential than CodeIgniter. CodeIgniter is a PHP web framework built on the Model View Controller architecture. It simplifies queries to the database and is easily extensible. Bootstrap is a 12-column grid layout for mobile and desktop website design. Buttons, text boxes, tables, and more are pre-styled and easy to use. Furthermore, it is widely used and recognized, meaning that there's plenty of documentation available. Developing with Bootstrap allowed us to give our website a professional look with little effort. For version control, we used Git, which is a distributed version control system that allows multiple developers to work on a project simultaneously without causing code conflicts. Our code is hosted on a private repository on github.com. By utilizing Git's branching feature, we were able to segment the code into different features as we divided the work among ourselves. Finally, PHP Storm is an IDE developed by JetBrains and is therefore similar to other well-known IDEs such as IntelliJ or CLion or RubyMine. PHP Storm allows developers to run a local version of the code to test any necessary fixes or changes before committing them to the published server. Furthermore, since PHP Storm integrates easily with Git, it was an obvious choice for our development.
When designing the Game of Zones project, many key decisions on the overall functionality of the project were made. Choosing to not integrate countless utility APIs was the largest decision we came to. We determined that our efforts towards the project should consist of creating the various functionalities of the app, while then supplementing the potential mass integration of utility APIs with fake data. Another decision about the project was on the functionality of allowing users to create and interact with a friends list being replaced with the interconnected team structure of the final version. Other decisions included logical user restrictions for not allowing potentially game-breaking situations to occur, as well as some optimizing of page load times when traversing the site via less inherent database queries.
For the results of our project, the first thing done was implementing Facebook login and sign up. Upon first accessing the application, users are redirected to Facebook to log in and accept conditions. Once this is done, a user is signed up in the background using their profile information. Upon logging in for the first time, users will notice that they need to sync their electric, gas, water, and vehicle utilities. Users are able to sync utilities using the Sync Data tab in the navigation pane. Upon syncing, data is retrieved and displayed to the user using graphs and tables. The amount of data on the dashboard is configurable by administrators. Users are also able to create teams. When creating a team, users will enter a team name, team description, and team avatar. The description is used to describe any background information about the game that other teams should know. The team avatar is an image URL that describes the team. Upon creating a team, the My Team info page becomes populated. Team members can drop the team at any time. Team leaders are able to send team requests and remove other members of the team. When a team leader would like to add members to their team, they are able to search for other users using many parameters. Search parameters include name, ID, country, state, city, and zip code. From the search, requests can be sent and canceled. Team leaders are also able to create a game. When creating a game, the team leader must specify the game name, game information, which is a description about what the game is for, and any incentives that go along with the game, such as maybe prizes, a date range when the game will occur, a game type, the max amount of players per team, the minimum amount of players per team, if the game is public, the visibility of a public game, and what the scoring terms are for the game. Upon creating a game, the team leader is able to send game requests to other teams. A team leader is able to find other users by a series of parameters. These parameters include team ID, team name, and geolocation elements. From the game request search, team leaders can send and cancel game requests. Upon sending team and game requests, other users and team leaders will receive notifications. Users are able to accept or reject team requests. Team leaders can accept or reject game requests. Game requests include information about a game such as game title, game info, game type description, public visibility, and scoring types. Additionally, team leaders can join public games visible to their geolocation. Upon accepting a game request, members of the team can see the upcoming game from their dashboard. Team leaders have the option to leave the game before it begins. As mentioned before, users are able to see their upcoming games. Upcoming games display information such as game title, game information, game type, game description, start date, end date, and if the game is public, and what region the game is public to, and game scoring methods. Team members are also able to view games that they are currently a part of. Team members can see game name, game info, game type description, start date, end date, if a game is public, the region of the game, and scoring methods. Additionally, team members can see team ranking for the game based on their improvement over a period of time before the game began. Improvement percentage use stock-like icons to indicate positive or negative trends. Any team member is able to sync the game, and team leaders are able to leave the game and accept disqualification. Once a game has ended, team members are still able to view the game in its final leaderboard. Even if teams disband, information is still retained for other teams to continue viewing past games accurately. Users are able to see their improvement scores over a set of days on demand, and can view their team information. Team information includes their team avatar, team ID, team name, team description, team leader, and team geolocation. Lastly, the website is integrated into Facebook as an app that canvasses the website. Currently, the app is in developer mode and is not available to the public.
We have grown as a team through our project, and we have learned a lot. We pretty quickly explored and discovered the advantages of using different tools for collaboration and communication. Slack allowed us to quickly communicate with our sponsor and each other, especially when we took advantage of the reminders feature. GitHub was the obvious choice to code and collaborate and quite useful with the project and issues tracking features. Google Drive was our favorite tool for sharing and collaborating on non-code files. We found video calling to be the most efficient and flexible way to hold meetings. We did not know each other at the start, so finding each team member's individual strengths and how they most effectively contributed to the team took time. We realized that allocating tasks to specific individuals was the most effective way to get tasks done. Specifications of our project took a while to fully grasp. Getting to know and understand our sponsor over time helped to clarify key points. At times, we made assumptions about the specifications, and no matter the results, it was always best to check with our sponsor first to avoid surprises. It took time and experience to determine which requirements were worth the time and effort they would take to implement.
In conclusion, this project has been a fantastic opportunity for us to work together in a team environment and learn new technologies together. We learned quite a lot about the importance of planning, teamwork, best coding practices, and more. From the bottom of our hearts, we would like to formally thank ASU for giving us this opportunity to come together and create something useful. We would also like to give a very special thank you to our sponsor, Mr. CJ Cornell, for providing us with a project and counseling us all along the way. Thank you.